Peace and love, family. Peace and love. It's like, peace and love, family. It's your brother Isaiah again with another video for all the conscious brothers and sisters in the conscious community keeping the struggle because we know that it's struggle that grow. Also, I would like to say that it is, in fact, a slow process for progress and that the race is not to the swift. It's truly to those who remain dutiful. So make sure you stay in this for the long haul. Y'all already know that my videos never constitute any legal advice. I'm not a legal counsel. I'm not an attorney. Any of those titles. I'm your brother. I just share with you education and information about my walks and about my travels throughout my journey called life. And I like to extend these honors to you because when you honor man and you honor woman, you honor yourself. Now, I would like to also give all adoration to Allah, who is the head, the temple of my life, and extend that same love, courtesy, and acknowledgement to all of his messengers and prophets. Peace to all of you, beloved brothers and sisters, and grand rising to all of God's chosen people. How's everyone? Myself included, I'm blessed. I'm taking everything as usual. Step stages and degrees constantly unfolding in the womb of these two different worlds. Um, I want to talk a little bit about value, what that is, and how value works. I'm gonna be going over some very, very important information. Um, as time go on, you know, I often say that education is an important element of all of these things that we do commercially, civilly, federally, you know, so forth. Okay. Uh, this right here is one of the most important things that you have. Learning how to store it up with the right information, how to use it correctly is so vital to your everyday dealings, decisions, actions, the way you go about dealing with a thing will be determined by this right here. So this is one of the most important things. This you got to get it right. Uh, and soundness. When I say soundness, I mean being sound in what you do, uh, not being easily shooken, easily moved off what you know to be true or what you know to be correct. Uh, it's very important that we stand in the truth. And the only way you stand in truth is when you become the truth you represent. You can't speak a truth and not represent a truth. You have to walk in that truth. You have to become that which you speak. Your words have to manifest and become flesh. And when that happens, then you'll become that walking testimony like Jesus. See what I'm saying? You do things that other people, they be sitting in there like, what did he just do? Yeah, and they don't know what you just did. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Shoot. Okay. Right. So the thing that you have to you have to know, you have to become aware of the things that are plaguing uh a lack of having a lack of knowledge would allow you to be plagued in ways that you don't even understand what's happening. You don't know why these things are happening to you or why it's so difficult or life seems so difficult. And it's because of a lack of awareness of certain things about dealings, laws, legal statutes, whatever it may be that's causing certain things to take place, or the way you're acting and performing, and you might not be aware of certain things, and this could cause things to happen too. So being aware is very important. So I'm gonna look up a few words real quick uh, before I get into what I want to show you. And all I ask is that, you like the video, you share the video. That's all I ask. Uh, if you want to get more in depth, you can become a member on the YouTube. I'm trying to be more mindful of what I'm doing uh, with the information. I don't want to overload people because I got a lot of information already out that I feel that people really need to study in detail, even in the membership. A lot of people like, well, why Brother Isaiah? Because it's so much information already there for you to study. So when I do come and I do provide things, you'll already be in tune with me if you've been studying. Because see, one thing about studying, it ain't something you just watch a video. No, because in my videos and things that I do, I always provide you with information. When I say provide, I take you to source. I don't just talk. I'm not one of them kind of individuals that like to get on here and try to impress you or entertain you. If I entertain you, it's going to strictly be with information because that's what I'm here for. There's no need in us conversating if we all can't grow in this conversation. Growth, it's about development. I understand that you have children. I understand a lot of us have that you said wasted your time or played or was playing acting, even though we are all acting, but you get what I'm talking about. So when I come and I provide or I decide that I want to make a video and share information, I want people to know that, the things that I provide, how serious is it. When I say value, see, a lot of people say, oh, yeah, you got to transfer value, you got to read the Bill of Exchange Act. Yeah, we're going to go read. That's fine. But we need something more detailed. I need something that's going to, like, if you telling me that when I'm doing a transfer, I'm transferring value, and where did you get that? Where did that come from? And that's where I be at. I be like, show me the money, baby. Show me the money. Show me the information. Stop talking and show me. Now, look, check this out. I'm gonna show you something. Let me share my screen real. Now, so pull up this legal definition real quick. Knowing you. All right, so look up the legal definition of value. Okay. And this is value in the law dictionary. It says definition and citation. Value, right? The utility of an object and satisfying the utility of an object. Utility of an object. Yeah. I just want you to pay attention to the way that they phrase things. So when you like this phrase right here, utility of an object, what does that mean? You see what I'm saying? And most of us, when we read, we'll read past that like it's, oh yeah, utility of an object. And we won't even try to comprehend what it's saying. And when you do that, that basically hinders you from being able to obtain the full spectrum of what you're trying to grasp in what you read. And we can't do that. We can't read over stuff that we don't comprehend, right? We should do everything in our power to comprehend what is being said. And since we're dealing in legalese, in legal terms, any word I look up, I got to look it up in a legal sense. So if I want to know what utility is, then I have to look up the legal definition of utility. And if I really truly think I understand what an object is, like, I already know what that is. So for today, we're gonna look these two words up. We're gonna look up utility, and then we're gonna look up the word object. Now, this is even before I even get started. I haven't even gotten into my topic, but this is gonna bring it to the topic, right? Now check this out, right? Utility. Hold on. There. Give me a second. My computer is pretty much just doing what it want to do, I guess. It straight took that away. So, all right. So, all right. So, all right. So when you look up the legal definition of utility. All right. So the legal definition of utility refers to a person or entity that owns, my bad, or operates facilities for transmission of communications. You know what that practice is at. And when it says when they communicate with you, like through the means of mail, sending you letters, sending you invoices, all that's considered as communication, or what they would call uh, sexual intercourse. Okay. Or not sexual intercourse, my bad, commercial intercourse. All right. But it's like a sexual act, commercial sexual act. Okay. Not in no that other stuff, right? Now check this out. Now it says or operates storage, transmission of electricity, water, steam, or gas. Public utilities such as electricity, gas, telephone, and water services are regulated by state, county, in the Public Utilities Act, which is a very powerful act concerning utility companies and things like that, to give yourself more awareness. It's one thing for you to like when you say, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do that, I can endorse my bill, do this, but when you are more aware of like what utility services and stuff, what it's all about, like when I say education, I truly mean it. Like I'm not one of them individuals who like to play games and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious because life is serious. Set up something that we can pass for our usage while we live, and understanding and gaining that knowledge is critical to everything that we trying to do every day. And somebody playing about it, it's not something to play with. This stuff is real. This ain't real. This is about, what they can gain from, it rather than actually providing true substance and resourceful information for people to use. And yeah, I don't think they really want me to show you guys what's going on, but let's move to, so the last one was utilities and then object, right? So now I'm gonna look up this. If I can put this on a different server or something, so we can actually. Let's see if I can change this network now. All right. So let's see. Hopefully I got a better signal now. Let me show. Got. All right. So So in legal terms, an object refers to the main goal or the purpose of a legal agreement or an action. So think about that. Um, the objective, it's almost like an objective, the main goal, or what's the main purpose of you purchasing the lease. And sitting back and considering, like, we really need to reevaluate our reason and our usage for certain objects and things that we acquire. Like being more considerate, being more observant of our actual purpose in usage of a particular item or a particular thing. Okay. Uh critical, critical that you look at things from a different perspective when you're dealing in certain goods and services, right? Now, it says like what some want to achieve in a contract. So what are you trying to achieve when you acquire some sort of object? So if I want a loan, what is my purpose of acquiring the loan? And when I acquire the loan, how do I actually proceed to do a disposition of his funds or use the object for the stated purpose in which I need it for? And these type of things are the things that we need to be taught, re-educated in a way that we have a different approach to transactions and when we do certain things. So that's why I came with Building Better Minds and a collective board of others who have similar sensations in, liberating and re-educating the minds of the people into a right way of operation, because it's a correct way of operation, and not operating correctly could cause a lot of chaotic things to happen. Uh, trust, trust me, trust me. So it says need help understanding your legal document. What does an object mean in legal document? So when we get to it,